Welcome to Raw Talk, Real Healing.
It's like therapy, but with more laughs and less copays.
I'm Gabby.
And I'm Diana.
We're licensed therapists.
But here, we just want to have raw and unapologetic conversations.
So come vibe with us. We're professional meets personal.
Let's get it.
Welcome back
to Raw Talk Tuesday.
I like that. I think that's going to be our new thing.
Yeah.
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 How you feeling today?
I am feeling wonderful.
Nice.
I'm out of the house for I got out of the house a little yesterday and a little bit on Thursday, but today's the first time I left the house and drove more than 5 minutes. It feels good.
Nice.
It's good to be one with society.
Right. And it feels good to be back.
Yeah.
With our little setup.
Yeah. This is definitely our more favorite setup. The other one is for convenience. This is when we have all the time in the world.
Right. That's good. It is so cold outside.
Unreal. That's why we are comfy cozy in our comfort today.
Whoop, whoop. So we have a good episode today.
We do. And I feel like this one's really going to hit home for not only myself, but I feel like so many people. So today's episode isn't about loving your body, but understanding your relationship with it. So we're focusing really on body image. And we want to try something new. We want to ask everybody a question to comment down below and, think about this and this intention, right, throughout the whole episode today. So whose voice do you hear internally when you are criticizing your appearance?
You know what that reminds me of?
What?
When we did our ART session and I was sitting in yours.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But the voice is me.
Yeah, but just overall when I think of body image.
I know.
Yeah, I know.
I told you I saw the girl who did it on me, right?
Yes.
At Texas Roadhouse. I was like, oh my God, hey girl. And when we were talking, it literally didn't hit me till after that I was like, oh my God. I was like, Mike, she did my ART session.
She knows about me.
And I just saw her in the wild.
In the wild.
So if you're listening, hey girl.
Yeah, that was a good one.
That was, I feel like I have a forever connection to her now.
Everybody was so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked our instructor too.
Mm-hmm.
So let's talk a little bit about what body image is, because I feel like sometimes people only know surface level stuff,
right,
when it comes to body image, and it's okay, how you look, that's it. But
it's so much more than that.
It is. It's definitely the internal beliefs, the mental beliefs that you have about your own personal and physical appearance, right? So that means it's not what I see in my perceptions, because you can walk in here, I'm like, you look so great. You look wonderful. And they're like, oh my God, no. I feel something completely, totally different. That is the challenges with body image.
It's not about the reality of what people see. It's the way that you perceive your own body. So if you want to go ahead and think about that, the day when we did the art session, and even when we were in the car doing our video on the way back, you literally said I look at you and I'm like, damn, she thicker than a Snicker.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, but for me, it's just not that. So people can look at me, and I feel like I'm very aware of that. People can look at me and be like, wow, she looks so good, or whatever. I'm not trying to toot my own horn,
but beat.
By no means. But that's the reality. But my perception is so much different than the actual reality of it.
Right. So when it comes to body image perception, right? And then emotional aspects, right? How you feel, your comfort and satisfaction level about your body appearance.
Yes.
As well.
And I feel like that can come down to clothes and things like that. I know that I can look at other people and even people that might be a little bit bigger than me or even smaller than me, whatever, things that they could wear. And in my head, I'm like, oh my God, I could never. But they feel comfortable in their body and they feel comfortable wearing clothes and stuff, and it always comes back to me. Like, I could never feel comfortable wearing that. So I feel like that is like the emotional aspect of like, I would never feel okay in that.
Yeah, I get that. And then we move on to cognitive,
Mhm.
like your beliefs, your thoughts,
Yeah.
right? The memories that you have, whatever generalization you have or thinking in your mind about like the way that you look.
I'm curious because when we were writing this down and like talking about this, what do you think that this part means by memories?
Just like experience that you had before, like with, like a traumatizing um experience with like family or growing up or being bullied in school,
Okay, yeah,
or like, it could be a memory of like one day you had this cute dress on and you thought you looked good, and then someone told you like, "Ew, you're fat." Right. Like those, like whatever memories you have about like, certain situations. I think about the memory you had with your mom.
yeah, that's true.
You know what I
I
mean?
wasn't sure if it was talking about that because I know like later on we're going to talk about like messages from family members and stuff like that,
Mhm.
or like early messages. So I wasn't sure if that was within that
Yeah. Yep.
concept.
Absolutely.
Okay, just wondering.
Mhm.
And then beyond this, so we have the cognitive, we have the emotional, we have our perception. But what about like the behaviors and the actions based on these cognitive thoughts and perceptions that we have? This can lead to how we groom ourselves, how we take care of ourselves. Um, Again, like things that we're going to wear, things that we're going to check, avoiding social situations because of you just generally not being comfortable in your skin.
Yeah. So if we take all of those four key concepts of body image, you think of, okay, do I have a negative body image or a positive
Right.
body image, right? So when you think of negative body images, we're like low self-esteem. Obviously, you don't feel good about yourself. There's some unhealthy eating. Either way, overeating, undereating,
Yeah.
some people excessively exercise during that time. This is where we have the high risk for eating disorders. This isn't the only thing that develops, eating disorders, but you definitely have a higher risk here, for that.
Yeah, and even though like all of these things can lead to low self-esteem or can look like low self-esteem, I think it's really important to say that you can have like positive body image and still have low self-esteem. Like one does not equal the other. Somebody can feel good about their appearance but not feel good about their overall person or self-worth and things like that.
Yeah, of course. And like we're seeing these things just focused on body image because that's the topic that we're on today, right? So let's move and shift to positive body image. You have good self acceptance, good mental well being, healthier relationship with your body. You feel good. Now, this doesn't mean, that this can't be neutral, sometimes too.
Right.
It doesn't always have to be all negative or all positive. Like sometimes it's like, well, some days I really like it. And some days it's like, I want to change or do something different.
Yeah, I think that's really important because just because it doesn't have to be like all or nothing. You can overall have like a positive body image, but you might have a day here and there where it's like, "Oh, I'm just having a bad body image day." And I feel like I don't wanna say that that's normal, but I feel like we can normalize that people do experience that.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, sometimes I'm killing it. Sometimes I'm like, ugh,
Right.
I ate too much junk food this week and I feel bloated.
Mhm.
you know but I mean, yeah, it can bounce back and forth, but when I think of this, I just think of like overall,
Yeah.
where do you feel like, do you feel good about your body, or you don't, and then we have to explore after that.
Right, and I feel like positive body image doesn't have to come with weight loss or weight gain. Like
Hmm.
what we are saying is you can feel positive about your body and accept your body and where you are right now.
Yeah.
Like there doesn't have to be any kind of physical change for you to get there. This is all mental.
Right. Right. So you were mentioning earlier, like, okay, where does this come from? You mentioned like early messages. Yeah. From
Yeah.
childhood, and it doesn't even have to be family things. Like I said, it could be like people at school, friends, peers, bullying, and it also could be family, things.
I'm trying to think if I ever had like anything in school. Nothing really sticks out.
Mm-mm. I feel like kids weren't as mean back then as they are now.
Yes and no. Yes and no. Actually, in high school, I remember I was in like an argument in like Facebook comments, like my freshman year of high school. And somebody commented and called me like a chunky monkey or something like that. And I remember I commented back, I was like, oh, my favorite kind of ice cream.
Hey.
Like, okay, you got nothing else to talk about other than my body? Bye.
Right. Hater.
Yes. And then I'm thinking too, like I remember my sister when she was really young, it wasn't anything. Well, I guess it was about her physical appearance. People would tease her because my sister developed a little earlier than others. And she had to start wearing like a bra really early on. And I remember kids at school would tease her and say that she was taking lunch meat from the cafeteria and stuffing her bra.
Lunch meat.
Yes. How ridiculous is that though? But I feel like something that like that's not calling somebody fat, but that's still like commenting on somebody's body when we shouldn't be doing that.
Right.
Sorry to air out your business.
I was just about to say, your sister probably like, bitch.
It's an experience, right? That's an early message.
Yeah. Cultural norms.
Mm,
What about diet culture?
hate it.
Hate it. All that.
Hate it here.
Ugh,
And I
terrible.
feel like all of these diets that they want you to do, like these crash diets, they're not good. Like, it's so not good for you. Like, these fasts that you be doing for a week, no junk food, dumb. That's not good.
Why?
Because it's not sustainable. The whole purpose of like changing your diet is to make it a sustainable lifestyle.
That's how I want to sustain it.
But is that realistic for you, bitch? You just
Yeah.
popped out a bag of Skittles.
Because I can have a little bit on the weekends. I don't eat it during the week.
So then that's not like a crash diet though.
No.
You still allow it.
Yeah.
But like when you fast, like, oh, I'm doing no sugar, no nothing.
Yeah, but that you have to remember that's not really for like
Oh, true. That's your church stuff.
church stuff. That's
That's
more that no.
religion into this.
No, but that's more of a spiritual fast
Right.
than like,
I forgot about that.
Yes. It's only because
Don't even make me start talking about the Holy Spirit.
listen, because I love junk and
I know.
sugar. And so like that's the one thing that I crave that I let my flesh give into because I'll eat it all. So when I give it up, it's for a different purpose. But like for health, purposes or just not health, but being healthier, I'm like, okay, during the week, I'm not gonna eat all this junk. But like on the weekends, I'm gonna like have a couple. I ain't eat the whole bag. I took a little couple in my hand, and that's what I do. Like I'll have a little bit of here, a bag of chips if I want to, or whatever. Or like I went out to breakfast with the kitties.
Yeah, but what did you have for breakfast?
Pancakes.
Oh, yum.
They were like stuffed pancakes.
Yeah.
So like I'll have stuff. Yeah. So that is a little different. Yeah.
So when we talk about diet culture, we're talking about like the keto diet, the this, the that, there's another one, the carnivore diet, like all of these things where people literally only eat meat.
That sounds aggressive.
I can never. I need me a carb. I'm gonna get a headache. But anyways, like social media and all these things promote this stuff, and it's just an unhealthy, unrealistic lifestyle that people fall into because they don't feel good about themselves and they think it's going to work like this. Which, as I just mentioned, social media.
I was going to say that, yeah.
Social media is also a place where this stuff comes from, like filters and these trends and before and after posts, comparison traps. Like social media really does play a role in how we can feel about our overall appearance.
Yeah. I think about this from like a clinical standpoint, and I'm thinking about the repeated exposure to like the social media trends and like trying to keep up and like continuing to put yourself in that mindset. You're literally wiring those beliefs right into your nervous system.
Absolutely. So going on that clinical aspect, like how can we take this body, like a body image challenge or a body image struggle, and relate it to how it affects our mental health? This connects to anxiety. When we feel poorly about our overall experience, at that point we kind of sometimes feel out of control, so it can create a lot of anxiety, it can create a lot of depression. This stuff definitely, like we already mentioned before, it links to eating disorders or just disordered eating in general. Like we try to do all of these things because we just don't accept who we are and where we are.
Yeah, absolutely. And like I think you were saying this earlier with like eating disorders. Eating disorders are not only just body image things, you know what I mean? Like you mentioned, like sometimes like the anxiety or trying to have some control over certain things. But as far as body image, one of the things, and I don't know about you, but for me, that was like a hard concept to grasp was like someone coming in, let's just say, and physically, like I can see them and they're 80 pounds
Mm,
soaking wet,
right.
right? And they're like, I'm so huge. I look in the mirror and I see myself so overweight. And I'm like, what?
Do
You
you
know,
have,
so
and maybe this is not to cut you off, I'm sorry, but
you cut me off every single time. And before we started recording, I was like, I gotta tell Gabby, stop fucking cutting me off. Cause every time I'm editing, I'm like, this bitch.
I don't mean to.
I know. You make editing harder for me.
Sometimes I really think about it. I'm like, okay, wait. Like I do consciously. When you were saying like a client or somebody comes in, and I was going to say, do you ever do this? But then I paused and reflected and was like, oh, well, maybe it's just me because I struggle here. But when somebody comes in and they say that, and again, like this is their reality, and we're looking at them like 80 pounds soaking wet, the wind gonna blow you away.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always like, dang, if they think they're big, what do they think of me?
Yes. Yeah. It's crazy.
They could be looking at us like, "Oh, no, you look good."
Yeah, because it's their own,
Yes.
like how they see themselves.
But, like
So yeah, like I feel it breaks my heart. It
mhm,
really does because you think about it. This is the clinical and mental health aspect is oh my god, like something is like a light switch is turned off. Something ain't connected.
mhm,
Something's definitely disconnected because they truly feel so uncomfortable and overweight. They're like, I'm not in the right like body or,
yeah.
in this space. And I'm just like, oh my God. Like, I'm like, girl, you could eat more. I don't say that out loud, obviously, because
Did
that's not the proper, treatment. But just being like, like in a like personal thoughts and like I said that was so hard to like grasp because like I'm like, wow. It's like, how do you see that? Like, help me understand how you see that right now,
I know.
which is, like I said, it's so sad.
It is sad.
And there's, of course, never any judgment. And our job is to truly try to put ourselves in, their shoes and work through those things in healthier ways and, changing mindset and stuff like that.
Mhm.
But yeah, it's hard. But I don't know about you. I don't really do eating disorders.
I don't really have any clients that have currently eating disorders. I have clients that have had, like, a history of.
Correct, me too.
So it is something that I've always wanted to kind of dive into
Mhm,
and something that I wanted to learn more about, but I think it is, as a therapist, I think it's difficult because it can be so high risk.
mhm.
And it can, like, it can be really heavy and really scary, like, on our end too.
For me, it's more of it depends how serious we're
Yeah.
talking, you know? Like if someone's had treatment and they're like managing and we're just working through like, coping skills
Yeah.
and maintaining, I'm with it, but actually going through because I don't think that that's the proper like level of care for
Right.
someone going through something like that. And so it takes a multidisciplinary team treating
Yeah.
this, you know what I mean? And I just think about the health. Like
Mhm.
if you're not healthy, if you're walking in and like you're telling me you're passing out every day, you're doing I can't because that's
Really?
like that's too risky. You know what I mean? Like I
And
can't manage that at
I
this level of care.
right, and I was just gonna say, at that point, like,
Correct.
you need medical care, and that's scary.
Yeah.
So scary.
Yeah.
But I also think too, like, when you ask me if I have clients and I treat people like this, I feel like for me, when people do come in and they are struggling with body image, I feel like it's almost hard for me to focus on that with people because I don't really know. Sometimes I don't know where to go. And I feel like that's because of my own personal struggles. Like, I know we talked about like how you can heal from this, and we're going to talk about that later, but I feel like I can get through like the original first steps. But
Mhm.
then beyond that, it's like, this is really hard,
Mhm.
especially like just especially for me. So luckily, I don't have many people, but I think if something did come up, I would be honest and just be like, "Listen, I know that this is something that's really important for us to work on. I'm not very equipped in that. I this is something I think I would say like this is something that I struggle with too. So if I can refer you to somebody that can help you better with that, I would be glad to, but I don't know that I would feel comfortable.
I just say, "Hey, eating disorder is not my specialty."
Yeah.
And, I have to refer you out to someone, who specializes in eating disorders because I don't
Well,
want
no,
to.
I'm not even talking about eating disorders. I'm talking about like body image overall.
Oh,
Because
gotcha.
it is
Yeah.
definitely
Yeah.
it's difficult.
I'll explore the body image
Yeah.
because body image doesn't always have eating
Right.
disorders and so I don't mind exploring there, but when it
Right.
comes to like eating disorders just because of the medical part I'm like
Right. Yeah. That's
yeah.
pretty much same. And like I said, I can do those first initial steps and like explore it and stuff like that. And like I was saying, luckily I don't have anybody that really, really needs to focus on that.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
I always kind of explore like what is your parents' relationship with food like? Where are you learning this? Because I can think back, I had a couple of clients before that struggled with eating, but the mom never ate. Like, the
Mhm.
mom's cooking a meal for the family and the mom's eating a banana for dinner. Like, and you're bringing your kid in here and you want me to help them? What are you doing?
Mhm. Yeah. So I'm just thinking like it really does it like burns
Right.
my soul. That too grinds my gears, burns my soul when there's so much influence from like the parent
Mhm.
and like it the stories I wish I could share on here, but obviously I can't, like made me want to like pull up on that parent. Like get nuck if you buck.
I don't know if I said this earlier when we were talking about, the episode. Like, when I look at other people and I'm like, "Wow, I wish I felt comfortable to wear that." I can't believe that's me projecting my own insecurities on everybody else,
Mhm.
literally.
Don't do that shit to me.
I don't.
I'm kidding.
I'm always like, "Okay, Poppin."
Okay, cute.
Okay, cutie. But I also think, like, when we start leaning into this and we really start thinking about this, like, there is so much control, shame, perfectionism that comes out of this stuff. Like, especially when we have anxiety around this. Like, people, let's just use tracking food, for example. Some people can healthily track their food. Me, I cannot. Sometimes, like, the scale and the calories and the macros and all this stuff will literally control a person's life.
Mm.
Like, I can't do this because that's not in my macros. Or I can't have this because it's this many calories. And like, it becomes something that it's like a challenge and a game. And I will be full transparency here. When I used to track calories, like 6, 7, 6,
Oh
7,
my God.
when I used to track my calories a long time ago, I got so crazy. It was almost, it turned into how many, like, what is the least amount of calories I could eat? Like, I was supposed to be eating, my goal was like 1350, I think, or 1500, because I was working out. Like working out excessively, like 2, 3 hours at the gym running.
2, 3 hours.
But this is why I tell you now, like, I'm out of my gym era because I ruined it for myself. I ruined it. I was crazy. I would work out. I'd be at the gym for like 2 hours on a treadmill or whatever for like 45 minutes, running 4 miles, doing all kinds of shit, eating 1,300 calories. But there were days where I'd literally lay in bed and I would be hungry and I'd be like, I'm not going downstairs. Like, I already ate 700 calories today. Like, it would literally control my life. My family stopped asking me to go out to eat with them because I always said no. I was like, no, I can't. Can't go. I can't eat that. So now for me, like trying to find that healthy balance, I also feel like that's kind of where and how I got back to where I once was. But it was because I was like, that is so unhealthy and I'm aware of that. I need to find the balance. So when you laugh at me about my Weight Watchers points,
I don't laugh at you.
I truly like this because it's points, it's not counting protein, it's not like you can see that stuff, but it's just like, okay, this is 0 points, I can eat it.
Yeah.
It's very much, it's teaching you how to eat healthy, but also still factor in the things that you want to have. So me and Mike always say, like, this doesn't even feel like a diet because we're still eating the things that we like. We're just not overindulging and tracking our calories and trying to be perfect because that stuff isn't sustainable.
Yeah, I can't do that. That's I almost did that. Like track calories. I seen an app.
Don't do it.
But I was like, this seems like too much. I ain't got time.
It is a lot of work. So, for example, and I don't know if you want to deem this healthy or unhealthy, but like tonight, we were supposed to go to Bonefish. Tell me why. I knew my cheat meal was last night, and
What you eat for your
Like-
cheat meal?
okay, so, well, yesterday I made barbecue pulled chicken in like the crock pot, but that was 0 points. So, like, you could eat that and it's 0 points because I use sugar-free barbecue sauce and chicken breast. That's it. Sugar-free barbecue sauce, 0 points.
You ain't season that chicken?
Yes, I did, girl.
Oh, okay. You said that's it, so I was just
No,
confused.
seasonings are I use salt, pepper, garlic powder, minced onion,
Okay.
and then I put the barbecue sauce in there and let it cook in the crock pot. 0 points. So last night me and Mike shared, we love this hot mess burger at the bowling alley. It's a bacon barbecue. It's a bacon cheeseburger with barbecue sauce and like the thin, crispy, like
Onions.
So good. Shoestring fries. So good. Tasted like McDonald's French fries, but like on crack. Like so
On crack.
good. And then we got short rib mac and cheese, but we shared. Like I ate half the cheeseburger, had a little mac and cheese, and that was it. Then I had ice cream. So that was like our cheat. So today supposed to go to Bonefish, and I'm like, okay, I don't want to overindulge, but like what can I have to still go out to dinner, enjoy time like with my friends? So I looked up the menu yesterday and I'm like, okay, this is this many points. This is what I'm going to go and have. So that way when I go and I look at the menu, I'm not like, oh, what am I going to have? And I'm like on my phone. So I pre-planned it.
Mm-hmm.
Would you say that that's good or bad behavior?
Yeah.
Healthy or unhealthy behavior? What would you say? I'm interested in your take.
Clinically or personally?
Both.
Both. This is hard because personally, I'm gonna be like, I hate that point system. I hate all of that like stuff, but if that's what you need, I guess for like self-control,
That's what it is.
you know what I mean? Then it is
I
what it
got it.
is. Well, you gotta work. That's right here and internally.
I have a true.
It's the whole look. That's the Holy Spirit.
I truly think I have like a food addiction.
So, and that's why I was gonna say, like, clinically, like, if this is harm reduction, then
Yes.
then okay, then I can see it that way. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So if we're like overindulging and this helps us keep us on track
Yes.
and you're not like so anxious or depressed over this
Yeah.
and this is just you, being responsible with whatever and again creating harm reduction, cool. Personally, eat that shit and then go work out. Fucking work out.
But that's the thing too. Like if I'm eating something and in my mind I'm like, okay, I'm gonna eat this, but I gotta go work out. That's not healthy either.
No. I'm not saying go eat and then go work out. If you are working out and have consistency, you're not eating those things every day.
No.
That's what I'm saying. So, like, if you're not eating them every day, you have 1 or 2 cheat meals or, indulge or whatever the case may be. It's not like you're just sitting down on a couch and eating, food all day, every day or stuffing yourself or doing these things. So I'm just like, enjoy. See, that's the type of stuff that I won't. Jamal, if I say that, what did I say to him? I said, oh no, I can't have this or something. He's like, he'll look at me, he'll be like, eat it right now. Like, eat it right now. He's like, don't do that shit. Like, girl, eat that shit. I think I was like, I'm gonna have 1 Reese cup instead of 2. He's like, eat them both. It's 2 in a pack for a reason.
Well,
But sometimes I just say that like just playing around. But I am mindful because I could go to town on some snacks, watching a movie or reading or doing whatever. But like, just being mindful like that, like having that self-control, like, okay, I'm not going to eat the ice cream, the chips, the gummies, and a fucking donut or a Cinnabon. Like,
that would be a lot.
Yeah.
But like, for example, so I feel like I've been doing this for it's literally been like a month.
Mm-hmm.
When I ate that yesterday, I felt so sick.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, that wasn't even worth it.
Exactly.
Like I said to Mike this morning, I was like, I don't want to do that again.
No.
The past couple of weeks, my cheat meals have been like Italian, which is what I would prefer to do anyway. But I was just like craving a burger.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to do that again. Not doing that again. So tracking food can get crazy.
Yeah.
Back on track here.
Yeah. Right. And I want to normalize that you don't have to hate your body in order to struggle with it. You know what I mean? Like I can love, my body and the skin I'm in, but still have moments, where we struggle or like I'm okay. Like I feel good. I don't hate it, but I do want to lose like 5 or 10 more pounds. You know what I mean? No, I'm just saying, like, speaking in general, not me personally.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like, I'll say that to Jamal too. Like, I want to go down to, he's like, stop, just stop. I just like getting a reaction out of him, I think, sometimes. But no, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's okay to be like, I feel good because I'm here, but like, I still have work to do or something like that, or I still struggle with this, thing. Like, that's okay.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's really important when you think about this stuff to think about feeling good overall rather than what you look like. Like, do you feel good?
Mm-hmm.
And I think when we talk about body image, that's where we want you to be. You can feel good about your body without changing anything on the outside.
Mm-hmm.
So having these thoughts like, I'll feel better once I lose 10 pounds. That's not true. You can feel better right now if you wanted to.
Yeah.
Because you can lose that 10 pounds and then you're going to look in the mirror. If you truly have poor body image, when you lose that 10 pounds, you're going to look in the mirror and you're not going to see you lost anything. It's never going to be enough.
Exactly. Because it's the relationship that you have with your body, with yourself.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And I always say the most important relationship you'll ever have is the one you have with you. So you got to build on that. And sometimes it takes a minute. You know what I mean? Sometimes it takes some deep diving. Like it all goes with that same concept, I feel like once I have this or once I make this amount of
Right.
money, it'll be good. It's not true. More money, more problems. You heard Biggie. Like,
Right.
you know, so it's the same thing. It's going to be another issue. You know what I mean? Or like confidence comes from my, you know, appearance and the way that I look. No, confidence is internal. Just because you cute doesn't mean you have confidence.
Right. Confidence and self-worth does not equate to your physical appearance, and that's
Nope.
it.
Nope. Absolutely not. So let's talk a little bit about what healing looks like. My favorite thing that I kind of like held on to, and I think you mentioned this or brought this to my attention, was like when you decided or when I decided to work out,
Mhm.
all the times I worked out before is always like, I need to lose this amount of weight. I want to look like this. I want to look like this. And I'm like, you know what? I just want to feel good.
Yeah.
That's it. So like not appearance, but actually like functionality. Like I want to be able to, you know, be strong. I want to be able to like still outrun Camille. Like I want
Can
to,
you?
yeah.
You're
Oh,
fast.
yeah, I'm fast.
Really?
I'm so fast. Yeah,
I
I
didn't
could.
know that.
Every time I always
Track
tell her
star?
this. Well, no, I was gonna say every time like we're running, I'm like, listen, I could have been a track star. Like every time in school, all my gym teachers would be like, can you just run track? Just try it. I'm like, I gotta get to this money.
Diana!
What? I had to work, girl. I ain't got time.
Rockstar.
I know.
That song.
She's a runner. She's a track star.
Yeah. That's the one.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm fast.
That's his fuck boy.
Like that. But I want to be able, and I saw this. That was crazy. I stuttered 5 times. I saw this video of this like grandpa. He was like 80.
You can run?
Yes. He literally was like, I've been working out my whole life just for this. And he was like racing his grandchildren and they were running. I was like, that me. That's gonna be me. Yeah. It was so cute. He was like, this is what I do it for. And like he was like in the gym, like still working out, still running and keeping up with his grandkids. Like it was the cutest thing. I was like, "Oh, see that's why I want to do it."
Dad, you better start working out.
Yeah. Right.
I want you to be able to race my kid.
Yeah. Like how awesome is that?
I love it.
Yeah, it was so cute. But like feeling good, like I actually feel good and I feel stronger, you know what I mean? And healthier and all of the above. And like if you do all those things, the appearance is going to come. You know, you're going to look good regardless, obviously if you're working out and staying consistent and healthy. But like think about all of the other health benefits that come with it.
Right. And not only just working out, like this comes with eating too. Like you want to, food is fuel, right?
Mhm.
And it's so important to eat to fuel your body, not starve yourself, not cut back on all of these things. Like your body needs food to function. So a lot of times when it comes to body image, like we said, like we can have disordered eating. This can result to eating disorders and things like that. So we have to consider our bodies need food to function. So if we're dieting or we're doing whatever, think about what your body needs to function rather than how you want your body to look.
Yeah. So as a part of, you know, healing, that would look like changing your inner
Yeah.
dialogue. Ask yourself, what do you need? Like, do you feel, you know, safe right now in this moment within yourself and your body and what you're eating? Like, you got to change and reframe that narrative, you know, but it all starts, you know, within.
And also wearing clothes for comfort, not wearing clothes to punish your body. So, like, I know girls, we always joke about like sitting and standing jeans. All of your jeans should be for sitting and standing. Do you know what I'm talking about? You're looking at me like I'm crazy.
I mean, I've never heard that term, but
You've never heard that before?
no. But I just know comfy jeans and not comfy jeans. Sometimes I got the ones that are like real like stretchy and the ones that are like stiff. If I'm working a 8, 9, 10-hour day, I'm not wearing them stiff ones.
No. I don't even want to wear jeans
Jeans
to work at all.
I know.
What do I look like sitting in jeans all day long? Ew.
I used to be able to sleep in jeans.
Ew.
Not that I would sleep in jeans, but I'm saying like people would be like, "Oh, why are you take them jeans off? You're not uncomfortable." I'm like, I lay here. I take naps in jeans. I do whatever.
Okay, I have a good question because jeans is a good clothing in general is a really good topic when talking about body image. So like when you go shopping for jeans, what does that look like?
I shop around. I see a pair that I like. I've been kind of like going with like jeans that have no rips in them because I feel like all the jeans I have fucking have holes in them.
Yeah, we gotta grow up, girl.
Yeah. So, yep, I try to find them. If I like them, I try them on, and that's it.
What if you pick up a size?
Uh-huh.
Say normally you're a size 8,
Uh-huh.
okay? And you pick them up and they're too small.
I am gonna get a fucking 10.
Does that like fuck with you?
No. Never has.
See? For me, jean shopping and bathing suit shopping, I have to like mentally prepare or dresses. Mentally prepare myself for that because
Mhm.
if I have a bad experience in that dressing room, my whole motherfucking day is ruined.
Really?
Yes. Okay, so I know that typically maybe now I'm like a size 10, but I could be like an 8 or 10.
I'm a 10.
Okay, but just wait. I will go into that dressing, especially American Eagle, because their jeans, they stretch with you. So like I like their pants. So I could pick up an 8. And if them shits feel tight, I'm not getting them. I'm not getting them in a size 10.
Even if you love the
Yes,
jeans?
I will not get them.
Girl, you crazy.
Because that shit fucks me. I'm like, I'm not a
You don't understand that sometimes the cut or the material of the pants.
I know that.
Okay.
I do know that. So like Abercrombie jeans, love their jeans, but them shits is stiff.
They're stiff.
So like that means I have to get like 2 sizes bigger. Not buying them. And like for some people, it's like no big deal. I'm not buying that.
Yeah, for me, it's no big deal. It's so crazy because that just reminded me, like when I was back in the day, when I was like in high school, I was 80 pounds soaking wet. And
That is so crazy.
yeah, I'll show you pictures. I was so thin, and I used to like 00.
For real?
Yeah.
I've never been a 00 in my entire life.
Yeah.
The smallest size jeans I have ever worn is a 4.
I remember that 4.
They were mom jeans too, so they were a little bit looser.
I was like, bitch, tight ass jeans off, throw them shits out.
They were.
I know.
And I was so uncomfortable. See, I was punishing my body because I swore I needed to fit them.
Oh, yeah. But I could remember wanting to be a bigger size. Like I couldn't wait to be like from a 0 to a 2. And I'm like, oh, when I got a 4, I was like, oh, I'm getting thick, or
the aspect too, because it's like, okay, I'm over here crying because I want to be smaller, but there are people out there who are like crying because they want to be bigger.
Yeah, that was me. Like I wanted to be.
It's sad because I just can never, like, I can't relate, like,
yeah.
concept.
But I feel like that's only because it's like your environment, you're like culturally or whatever. You see things, you're like, why my sister thick like that and got a big butt and I'm here like, oh, you know what I mean? Or like, my grandma got the donk. So I'm just like, why am I skinny? Why, whatever. And I could never gain weight until you get old and then that shit just come.
Look at food and gain weight. I smell it.
Yeah. So I guess for me, always wanting to be a bigger size or like not wanting to be that thick, that doesn't bother me at all. Like I could be a 8, I could be a 10. If the 10 is small and the 12 fits, I'm gonna put the 12 on.
And it's crazy too because when you do like when you're trying to squeeze it, like, sometimes like you can wear something and it's like, I could use a bigger size, but like this is okay. Like if they don't have it or something at the store.
Mhm.
If you wore the bigger size, you'd actually look thinner.
I know.
Like those jeans Rosa gave me. They were a size 12 from American Eagle. And I'm like, yeah, I'll wear them.
They look good.
About them. They looked so good.
Yeah.
I looked like a skinny legend in them.
A skinny legend.
I forgot about those jeans. I just remember them in this moment. They're rips, though.
Little rips are okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, as we're talking about this, me looking in the mirror, reduce body checking behaviors. If we're working on healing our body image, stop checking your body.
Mhm.
And the first step to this is noticing how much you check it.
Mhm.
Take
Right.
note.
Mhm. Or even like weighing yourself. Don't weigh yourself every day.
No.
Please.
So bad. I used to weigh myself like 6 times a day.
Gabby.
Yeah, when I was eating
Pow pow.
when I was eating my 700 calories, I would literally wake up, weigh myself, go to the bathroom, weigh myself again,
I would eat 700 calories in one sitting.
go to the gym, come back, weigh myself again, and then weigh myself again at night. That's 4 times. Now, I will only do it once a week. And
Okay.
that's only because I'm tracking it
Tracking.
with my stuff.
Yeah.
Once a week. That's it.
Yeah. I like social media audit.
Yeah. I do this all the
I
time.
like that term. It's like, check it.
If you see somebody's post and in your mind you're like, oh, I want to be them. Oh, I want to look like them. Or, I wish I looked like that. Unfollow.
Unfollow.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Or just take a break from social media, period. Or the FYP page, like if it's all like diet, or stuff that like, you gotta change that.
Mm-hmm.
Do something different. Start typing in, search different stuff to come up. You know?
Therapy sessions, maybe our reels will come up.
Right. Exactly. And then, like you just mentioned this, shift from like fixing to noticing. In order to fix it, you got to notice it
Yeah.
first. Instead of like always like, I got to change this, I got to change this, I got to change this. Notice how much you're saying that. Notice what's not helping,
Yeah.
in that situation. And
Get rid of it.
yeah, bye.
Bye, Felicia.
I was going to say that, but
Guys, your body does not want to be judged.
at all.
Your body wants to feel safe, loved, happy. And once you feel that safety, the acceptance of yourself has room to grow. Your behaviors will change, your habits will change, but stop judging you.
Yeah.
Allow yourself to feel safe in who you are. You only get one body.
Yeah. And if you are struggling with this and maybe you just noticed after this, seek help.
Yeah.
Like someone will listen, someone will validate you, someone will work with you through this process because it's sometimes a very hard and slow process and journey, but nevertheless, if you're getting help, you're making some type of progress.
Absolutely.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks for tuning in to this week's episode.
See you guys next week.
If you have any questions or would like to connect with us, please follow us on Instagram and send us a DM or send us an email to the platforms listed below.